Hello everyone and welcome back to another part of my F1 23 My Team Career Mode. Part 8 today for the British Grand Prix, my home race, the team's home race. And I'm super excited. A quick recap, spoilers alert, for what happened last time in Austria. Running P3, we pit off the wet tyres onto the inters. They just weren't giving us the grip needed. And immediately on the inters we felt so much better trying for an undercut on those ahead. But lap 16 we were unable to use the undercut because Lance Stroll spun conveniently to allow Alonso to get a free pit stop because he spun and caused the red flag to come out, meaning everyone had a free pit stop and we would be starting from pretty much the back of the grid for on lap 19, and it would only give us 6 laps to get back into the points positions. But somehow after the restart we had so much pace on these intermediate tyres that we made loads of overtakes and finished in P7, and I believe the race win was definitely on for us, as if you look at the field spread, but P7 for us in the end.
I mean, it's alright,
a bit of a disappointing result, but it is what it is. Max Verstappen, P3 in Austria. Now P1, still P1 in the standings. Only one race has he been off the podium, and that was Canada, where he finished 4th. Leclerc, 10th for him, so that's huge in the standings. And Felipe Drugovich is now last in the standings after Sargent's very respectable P11, which would have been points if we hadn't overtaken him. But now I'm going to do a bit of sponsor deals, a bit of R&D, and the practice program. So if you don't want to watch this, do skip straight to 7:22, and where I head straight into qualifying. So I'll see you guys then if you do that. If you don't, this will be what you'll be seeing, a quick overview of the sponsors which we're going to be doing, and the sponsors which we will be adding is 7. I believe it's the best one by far. Lupo top 4 is a bit of a stretch. We're no way we're scoring more points than Aston Martin in the vehicle and the constructors. Single race without cutting a corner, not so sure I'll be able to complete that. 5 constructors points though, that seems very reasonable. So 7 is the sponsor deal that we will be going for, unless we see a better deal. Fastest up in any session for Acheve, I think, must be French. They're probably not going to be able to get pole or the fastest lap in the race. But so 7 is the sponsor deal we will be signing with. So let's sign the dotted paper and get onto the next part, where we will be deciding whether we keep Felipe Drugovich as our teammate. He's been alright. Haven't really seen much of him. He's not been really with us in the standings much. He hasn't really been with us much. And drivers we could possibly sign with the cash we've got are Oscar Piastri or Logan Sargent or Felipe Drugovich or any other driver from F2. So, I mean, Piastri, he is still a rookie. He's been doing quite well in the McLaren, and I wouldn't want to take that away from him. And I feel like that I shouldn't really switch teammates so quickly. So we are going to renegotiate with Felipe Drugovich, and hopefully he can get some points before the end of the year. We probably will get rid of him at the end of the year unless he shows some insane pace for the following season. So we are going to hopefully sign him for the end of the season, and in which he agrees. Thank you very much. 1.5 million less, but we have a decent driver in for the rest of the season. Career settings, this will be the last race where we have that increased cash bonus over the AI. That deal with RTG Sports is over. That 3-race cash bonus is gone. We will still be called RTG Sports, and to spend the rest of the money that we got from there, we will be buying some more personnel upgrades, the fitness centre and the analysis suite. Hopefully that will really help Drugovich improve. And now, if I was going to do a bit of R&D now, but we don't seem to have anything we can really purchase. We don't have the facilities to buy anything else. We don't have the fabrication, and we're also going to put a new gearbox in because no way am I having more wear for this race. I think, maybe we should take in a new MGUH. It's looking pretty worn. So we probably need to take quite a lot of penalties, it seems, towards the second half of the season after the summer break. But for now, not quite yet. We're still in the allocated pool. So let's head to the British Grand Prix. Silverstone, my home race. We're going to quickly do an engine wear, though, personnel upgrade for us. So we have less wear. But now let's head to the race. To this weekend. Quick practice first then, as per usual, and a quick look at the R&D charts. We haven't brought in any upgrades into this race, I believe. Or have we? I'm not sure. Yeah, we actually did. We did bring a couple upgrades in. If you remember, at the end of last episode, those 2 upgrades succeeded after Austria. We didn't bring any new upgrades this episode, but end of last episode, we did bring those 2 upgrades. I think it was a chassis and a durability, I believe. So hopefully they'll come in nicely. Now we've done quick practice. Now we will have some R&D available to do. And hopefully soon we'll be able to close up to Aston Martin in the vehicle performance comparison. And I was very tempted by this major chassis tyre wear upgrade. 1,400 resource points though, and this spark plugs has been waiting very patiently for a while, and it's on discount, so we're going to buy that, and maybe as well a durability upgrade, an MGUK or a turbo. I would have done both, but we don't have the facilities for that either. But now let's head into qualifying for the British Grand Prix. I'm super excited. Let's head straight into it. First lap then in Q1. Up to the line for us. What's it going to be? This lap overall felt pretty decent, probably enough to get us through into Q2. I reckon it's a 1:28.0, and that would be P3 for us. Lando Norris, P1 at the moment. Very solid from him, and that is enough for us to get through into Q2. P12. Felipe Drugovich, though, outclassed considerably by 0.2. Drugovich is last.
Oh, Lord. Ian. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old.
So he's certainly not showing why we should have kept him for the remainder of the season. Hopefully in the race, he'll be able to make up some positions. He's the only driver in the 129s. That's quite disappointing. We're a second a lap faster than him. But George Russell leads the Mercedes 1-2 in Q1. Oscar Piastri fourth in the McLaren. That's just taunting me a bit, I reckon. But now let's head to Q2. First lap in Q2, a bit scrappy, it must be said. But up to the line we are going to go. You can probably tell this lap from those last couple of corners is going to be scrappy, taking too much curb. P7, better than I expected, I'll be completely honest. So 1:28.4, so that's 0.4 slower than our Q1 time. So we are going to probably need to go again. And we have gone again. P11 we are at the moment, but we have not gained time. We're 0.3 down. We went green, but barely gained time in the first sector. Now we're 0.2 down in the second, but we gained so much time in this last sector. It's unreal. We were 0.3 down going into this sector, coming out of it, up to the line, going into sector 1. We're 0.5 up. Is that going to be enough to make us through into Q3? Yes, it is. P8. Let's go. I was a bit worried there because it didn't look like we were going to make it through. Luckily for us, we do make it through into Q3, as we should. Alex Albon, 11th in the Williams. Lance Stroll, 12th in the Aston Martin. And Carlos Sainz out in the Ferrari. He didn't set a lap. Oh my word. Carlos Sainz, what happened there, mate? Ferrari having a shock. Leclerc only scraped through in P9 as well. What happened there then? And now first lap in Q3, we will be doing 2 laps here, both on new tyres, because we probably need it, because this lap is not the best. P6, not bad. And now our first lap in last lap in Q3, last lap of qualifying. We had to clear a bit of traffic was behind us. We had to let them through. Hopefully now they will let us through in kind. And going through sector 1, Abby took it pretty well. And now onto the first DRS zone. We're marginally up on our time. Get a bit of better exit, and hopefully maybe we can get a bit of a long range slipstream from Lewis Hamilton ahead. George Russell is currently on pole position. Everyone else has set their times. We are the only man who can stop him. We've gone purple in the first sector, taking the line a lot wider there, going round the outside of Hamilton, and that pays dividends. 4/10 up, going into Cops. Hopefully we can keep gaining time. We're still 4/10 up. I don't know what the gap is to pole, but maybe, possibly, we could be on pole, but not the best here through Mackett and Beckett, and we do lose a bit of time. Is that our pole gone down to 3/10 rather than 4? Only green in the second sector. And Fernando Alonso is ahead of us. I don't think we'll be catching him, so we don't have to worry about his traffic. And we go deep. So this last part of the lap, not the best. We do gain a bit on the exit, though. And hopefully, these last couple corners can be crucial for our track position. P8 at the moment, Verstappen down in P9, up to the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be pole. What? We lost so much time. How are we in pole position for the race? That makes no sense. That's incredible. We've somehow managed to get a pole position in our home race. We lead. George Russell is an all-British front row lockout then. Us followed by George Russell, Sergio Perez 3rd in the Red Bull, Alonso 4th, Hamilton 5th, Leclerc 6th, McLaren 7th, 8th, Verstappen down in 9th. He's lost a bit of his mojo in this race, in Gasly P10 considerably off the pace, it has to be said. But if you are enjoying this video, do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out so much, and especially if you want to see more forms of content like this. Let's head to the race.
You join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain, as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today, as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sport, a track of speed, history, and drama. It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. The 3.6-mile-long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Cobbs flat out. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Iceman lines up in pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, Gasly, Albon, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Tsunoda, Sainz, Ricciardo, Bottas, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen, and Felipe Drugovich. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Well, welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Iceman. What do you make of that performance so far this season? Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen. Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
I will try not to mark. Home race then. The tyres does look very wary again. So maybe a medium hard is the strategy, I'm not sure. But the mediums do look like they last better than soft tyres over 9 laps. So I'm thinking a medium hard, just like in Spain. I feel like the medium hard might be the faster strategy over the soft medium. The softs look like they will actually fall off a cliff after about 6 laps. But we will find out after those laps, because a lot of people starting on the soft tyres, even those in the top 10, they seem to have reserved a set of soft tyres. We are the only car to go on mediums. Everyone outside the top 10 on the softs, including our teammate Felipe Drugovich. Verstappen on the softs, he needs a fast start. Quite a few on the hards as well. Pierre Gasly on the hards. George Russell alongside us on the hards. So it's been very interesting to see if those tyres are a good race tyre. We'll need to see, but we'll have to find out in due course. We're lining up to the grid then. We're going to point our car quite a lot towards Russell. We're going to try and cover off that inside line into turn 1 as much as possible. We are pointing right towards George Russell here. Let's get straight into it, lads. 5 red lights then ahead of us for the British Grand Prix, my home race, the team's home race. It's lights out and away we go. I think Russell got a better reaction time, but we come over to cover him off immediately and it works like a treat. Into turn 1 we go. We lead our home race from Russell. Perez in 3rd, Alonso in 4th. There's a yellow flag behind, but no safety car just yet. There's somebody going slowly. Somebody going slowly. Is that Ferrari? The Ferrari of Carlos Sainz. He's out. He's gone out the track. We no safety car just yet. No green flag racing now. Into turn 1, but we need into the first straight. We need to see what happened to Carlos Sainz though. I have no idea. So Sainz, he's just stopped. He's just stopped and just decided to retire. What? What is this man doing? He just decided to retire. I don't think he's got damage or anything. I mean, I could check his front wing, but I don't think he's got damage. He just decides to retire. He just holds up a bunch of cars. P15, P16 for Sainz in Q2. Remember, out in Q2. So I have no idea what happened there. But here comes Sergio Perez. He's overtaken Russell. Russell down to 5th, actually. Perez on the soft tyres going for the move. We're going to hold it. The medium tyre is giving us better grip than Russell's soft. So maybe we'll be able to hold it for just a bit longer. The soft tyres look very racy, though. For these first couple laps, they will be the much better tyre, much faster, I am sure. And now heading into Cops, we go a bit deep, and maybe that will give Fernando Alonso an opportunity to go side by side into Maggotts and Beckett. But no, we block him off, and Perez thinks about it, and now Alonso and Perez are going side by side. So maybe they scrap it out. Hopefully we can pull away. But still, Fernando Alonso gaining on us, and so is Sergio Perez. Perez has to back off a bit. Alonso wants to go round the outside. We're going to go straight round to the inside, and we force him wide, and he's not getting that position. No way, Fernando Alonso, mate. After all the crashes we've had, there's absolutely no way I am letting you win this race. Absolutely none. And now, still lap 2 though, Alonso still wants that place. He's just so eager. These soft tyres, almost impossible to defend against. He's going for a move into pretty much every corner. It's all we can do to just defend at the moment. But as soon as DRS is enabled, I'm not sure we'll be able to do that. And Fernando Alonso's slipstream is still very powerful. Alonso is surely going to go for the move here as well. Gaining. We're going to use battery and just defend to the inside. Is all we can do. Is Alonso going to hang it around the outside though? No, not quite. Even though his soft tyres aren't able to do that much. And now lap 2, DRS enabled next lap. Perez going for the move on us on the outside. Can we just hold it? It's going to be a very defensive race so far. He's holding it round the outside. He's held it, and now he's going wheel to wheel. We just stay ahead though. For some reason the AI are unwilling to stay wheel to wheel with me on the outside line. But now DRS is enabled. Perez at a lap 7/10 faster than us. So it's showing the difference between these soft and medium tyres. but we will soon find out whether we can keep this position on Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez. Leclerc and Russell just hanging by on those hard tyres, but they don't look the best of race tyre, I'll be completely honest. The softs look extremely grippy, but we'll find out towards the end of their stint. As Perez going for the move on the outside again. We have to defend, but I'm not sure how long we'll be able to do this. We've only got a limit on the amount of battery we've got. But for now, we're just staying ahead, doing our job, defending from the likes of the Red Bull and the Aston Martin, who are a lot quicker than us. We're a bit in no man's land on the vehicle performance comparison at the moment. And now, oh no, we're on lean mode.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
We've got lean mode. Oh no. That means we're going to have so much less power on the straights. And in the corners, Perez, you can see, think about the move in Maggots Beckett's where gear 7 and only go 120 miles per hour. That is not good. We have to look at that. Perez passed us into the lead. 5 cars wants to get past us.
No!
2,000 years later.
There goes Fernando Alonso, there goes George Russell, there goes Charles Leclerc, and a bit longer of the straight, and Max Verstappen as well would go for the move, as would have Lewis Hamilton. P1 to P5 in a single straight. Can we go back down the inside of Charles Leclerc? Hopefully we can. Still lean mode. I guess this saves fuel. I mean, I don't really need the fuel to save. And we do re-overtake Leclerc, but for how long can we keep the position down to P4 and already Russell 1.1 seconds ahead of us? Not ideal whatsoever. We're going to have to catch up to him now while defending from Leclerc, who will have DRS on us. And lap 5, it's back to standard, thank God. And I think the soft tyres are going to be the better tyres. Max Verstappen goes for a beautiful switch back into Copse. Fair enough, mate. We're gonna follow him through though, and just gonna hopefully he can drag us through, because we've not been able to catch up to Russell, and we've not been able, or Alonso or Perez, who have just pulled away completely. They're going in a 3-way scrap. Hopefully they can lose each other some time, but hopefully Verstappen can pull us along up into and get us to closer in on that pack ahead. This is going to be so crucial that we stick it in the DRS of Verstappen. But it's just such a shame. I reckon we could have won this race. We definitely didn't have the pace, but after when we pit, it's definitely going to... the tyres will definitely come to us. As we go for the move on Verstappen, he's barely caught us up. We actually lost time, and now we're in P4 once again. I'd rather have that position rather than possible have a better position, because I can't see us catching up to them anymore. 4.1 seconds in the gap. George Russell leads the race quite a lot, so maybe their soft tyres are beginning to fall off. We are gaining on them finally by about a tenth a corner, but now we are going to be pitting lap 9. Everyone else in the pit, we're going to pit as well. Going on to not the hard tyres, we're going on the softs for 9 laps. Hopefully they will be enough. The other drivers went on them for 9 laps and look where they ended up, so I'm hoping for something like that as well. Filip Drugovich double stacking with us, but he's so far behind, I don't think it will really matter. But I was paused here. I didn't know whether the hards would be better, because towards the end of the stint, the hards would be a lot quicker. But initially, it depends how quickly we can catch the cars in front on the soft tyres and pull away from the cars behind. But turning pits, some optimal turn-in. Perez already out the pits says, oh no, our front right tyre.
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
Come on, team. Our front right tyre, 4.7 seconds. That's 2.3 seconds more stationary than we really should have been. That's going to be so crucial come the end of the race, possibly. So, thanks, team. First you messed up my fuel, then you messed up my pit stop. Cheers, lads. It's appreciated. We get a bit stuck on the grass there. Tyres being difficult to warm up, clearly. Despite being the soft tyres, you can tell. Maybe the right tyre choice was the hards. I look here to see how cold the tyres are. Not that cold. They are 70, not the warmest, but they're not completely warmed up yet, but still. We shouldn't be really having that much oversteer at each corner. And now Lando Norris, 5.5 seconds up the road. And hopefully we can catch him up, and hope we will be able to catch him up at this pace. 28.6 is our fastest lap.
Perfect.
That was faster than our Q1, than Felipe Drugovic's qualifying time. So hopefully we'll just be able to take that pace. Fastest lap, though, of the race. We've pulled away by Verstappen by a second, but only gained on Norris by a tenth. I'm not sure what's gone on there then.
How? Hold on, bro.
Really, really fishy, but come the end of the race, now at a risk of a puncture, because not really much happened. We actually did lower the gap to about 3 seconds, but to Norris. But after that, our tyres just fell off, and Verstappen just began to gain on us. There hasn't really been much footage to show. I'm sorry, lads, but we've just been driving and trying to catch up to Norris, and we haven't really been able to do that. 8 seconds from Norris at the line. It could have been a win, but P5. George Russell winning the race then for Mercedes. Back-to-back wins for Mercedes. Hamilton, remember, won in Austria. So maybe a little resurgence for them, unlike in real life in 2023, obviously. Fernando Alonso takes P2, but there are 2 Brits on the podium. Lando Norris picking up that final spot ahead of Sergio Perez, he was behind for most of the race. So Perez's strategy not working out. A great drive from Norris, to be fair. I don't even know where he was. I think, wasn't he in the 7th or 8th in qualifying? So fair enough to Lando Norris. He undercut us as well, so great drive from him. Lewis Hamilton down in 8th, Verstappen only 6th, Piastri 7th. So Norris did start 8th then. Us, though, P5. Not the best of results, I'll be completely honest. We do get the fastest lap, but you know, we could have definitely won that race if it weren't for the team. I mean, I have to take some blame myself. Djokovic DNF'd.
Wait a minute!
I know it never popped up that Djokovic DNF. I check here about Djokovic's DNF quickly, and about Carlos Sainz's incident. As you can see, I was pointed towards him a lot. But here, let's look at what happened to Carlos Sainz then off the start. So he got underway fairly well. Good start for him. Got past the Alpine, who was smoked a bit at the back. Into turn 1 he went. Braked a bit, just like he did in the AlphaTauri at Silverstone. Maybe got a bit of damage, but I don't think so. Then he just went slowly. Did he just lose gears or something? He just decided, thought, nah, mate, I'm out the race, lads. I'll check here if he's got any front wing damage, because sometimes the AI have like terminal damage. but I don't think he's got any. If I look at his front wing, it looks absolutely fine. And then he just pulled over and decided to retire. No idea what happened to him. And let's see what happens to Felipe Drugovich. I don't know what happened to Sainz, but Drugovich, he was like, I don't know, like he was not last going into last lap, P17 for Felipe Drugovich. He overtook Leclerc, so awful weekend for Ferrari then, all round. Leclerc going for the move back on Felipe Drugovich, round the outside. What? No, look, so it's P17, and he just dropped down to P21.
The game is broken, EA Sports. The game is broken.
So, I don't think this has happened every race weekend, but Drugovich, mate, you're excused. You finished P18. The recording just froze here, up till it just stopped. But Drugovich, some reason, is P21. He's ahead of Zhou Guanyu. He's ahead of Charles Leclerc, but he's just telling me he DNF'd. What? That's crazy. Oh my god, that's such a weird race. So, checking the standings here then. Yeah, Drugovich, DNF. He would have finished P17, which is a pretty decent result, I'll be completely honest. Not the best, but certainly that's respectable in terms that is okay. So very dodgy indeed then. Marketing event to our rival, because we beat Gasly. Please be our rival, and then Fernando Alonso up. We get an engine issue. Thanks lads, appreciated. 400 resource points. Honestly, I'd rather the points and you not give me the resource points, but is this our rival? We'll do this quickly now. The fitness sends out an analysis suite now on Drugovich's car, so on Drugovich's personnel, so should be active from Spa. Hopefully that would improve his pace. Why is Fernando Alonso not there? I'm going to go with George Russell or Lewis Hamilton, because Sainz is just not really being much of a challenge. I want more of a challenging rival. So we're going to choose Lewis Hamilton, I think. The 7-time world champion is our new rival. I'm also just going to renew us this sponsor deal with Equita Oil. But guys, if you have enjoyed this part of my F1 23 My Team Career Mode, do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out so much. And I'll see you guys next time for the Belgian Grand Prix. And one of many people's favourite tracks. And I personally rate it a lot as well. A sprint weekend as well. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.